Hi, I'm Yanni, the co-founder and chief commercial officer of Entomal Biotech. And a lot of times people will remember me as the fly lady. Why? Because at Entomal, we're breeding flies to turn waste into wealth. Now, we're not just an ordinary startup, we're a biotech trailblazer. Not only do we mitigate climate change with our breakthrough solutions, we're turning waste into wealth, and most importantly, enhancing food security for all. Now, every day in Vietnam, 22,000 tons of food waste get sent to landfill. And this is also contributing to more carbon emission than the aviation industry. Food waste as a whole is actually the third largest emission contributor if it was a country, right after US and China. So in Entomal, we're using, well, on top of that, this is also a multi-billion opportunity. Globally, we're spending about $70 billion to treat food waste. Southeast Asia accounts for 8, and our goal is to capture $240 million in the next decade. So our solution lies in this nature's best cleaner, known as black soldier flies. In 7 days, all we need is just a spoonful of baby larvae to turn 1 ton of food waste to 2 things: high-protein animal feed and nutrient-rich fertilizers. And our trick can also make this animal feed 10 to 15% cheaper than conventional feed. And to capture the waste, we've done it 2 ways. 1, a decentralized container where we can treat waste at source, and a centralized bio-waste conversion plant where we treat large volumes of food waste. So housed in a shipping container is what we call as the EMBC, Entomal Mobile Bioconversion System. It's suitable for places like communities, hotels, schools, corporates, and it's capable of treating up to a ton of food waste per month, where clients pay us on a monthly subscription basis. They get carbon reports in return, claim for tax incentives, and also real-time ESG data. So speaking of data, to date, we've treated close to, this is in July, so to date, by August, we've treated close to 50 tons of food waste, preventing 120 tons of carbon emission, as well as generating close to 20 tons of downstream products. So this is a real and tangible data that really contribute to our carbon reduction efforts. But this number is still very, very small to us. So the magic will happen in this, our centralized bio-waste conversion plant. By setting up this 15 tons per day plant, this will allow us to make money from waste tipping fees, selling the downstream products, and also looking at offering carbon credits. So we're working with some big malls like Aeon, with F&B manufacturers, with hotel chains as well, with off-takers coming from chicken farms as well as fertilizer users. So you must be wondering, why black soldier fly in the first place? Because this is the only solution to treat food waste with an economics of scale. And Entomal is the only company who can make this happen. Other black soldier fly players are mostly focused on the downstream products. But our story is different. We have built this from the ground up. And we've also been trusted by international clients from Taiwan, Thailand, Indonesia, Singapore, and even being the mastermind behind South Korea's net zero vision. So if the world believes in us, so can you. So we offer 3 different business models. First of all, we offer our technology solutions into palm oil waste and agri-waste generators, turning them into sustainable animal feed, just like the one that we've worked with the largest state in Malaysia, Sarawak. We also offer our food waste solutions through our decentralized and centralized solutions, as well as offering our downstream products, which have now been commercialized, such as our cat food and chicken feed. We're also actively looking for distributors in Vietnam. And speaking of Vietnam, we are signing with a local partner where we will produce insect-based fish pellets. We're looking for our pet food distributors, expanding our animal feed options, as well as looking for partners that we can help solve your waste problems. So the more we grow, the more impact we can drive in the world. We're asking for $1 million to ultimately pave us towards deploying 300 EMBCs, treating 2,000 tons of food waste every single day, and also feeding millions of animals on a daily basis. The people behind this vision were a multi-award-winning team with a solid international track record. Our vision is a world where every scrap of organic waste becomes a lifeline for our food supply chain. 2 years from now, this is how we can bring change to the world. Converting 5 Olympic-sized swimming pools of waste into resources, preventing emission that will require 1 million trees to capture, all whilst feeding over 500,000 chickens and putting 4,000 tons of food on our table. So join us today and be the change you and I wish to see in the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Entomal Biotech. And now is your time for Q&A section.
Hi, thank you very much. I also visited your booth yesterday, so you're very impressive. I just want to have one question. In Vietnam, there's also a big company working on the black soldier flies, right? It's called Entomal, very similar to you. So how are you different from them, and how are you going to leverage your differences in Vietnam?
Yeah, absolutely. So I think the first thing that we differ ourselves is the positioning. So first of all, when a lot of players are positioning themselves as an insect farmer, which Entomal is, we have come in as a solution provider, especially looking at food waste management. So not only are we disrupting landfills, we're also disrupting the whole feed market. So with our business model, we get paid upstream when a lot of other players are purchasing feedstock in order to feed their larvae. So in this case, we can actually save up to 60% of our OPEX and making our downstream products 50% cheaper than other players. And from here, like I mentioned earlier as well, with our chicken feed and product, we can achieve 10 to 15% cheaper than conventional soy and corn feed. So in terms of pricing, we have that compatibility, but also at the same time, all this technology has been designed in-house, where we have been proven with a lot of not just local in Malaysia, but also international clients in terms of our technology. So we're providing our technical services in setting up fully automated or semi-automated plants, not only in Southeast Asia, with our furthest away client based in South America and Brazil as well. So all of this technology have not only been proven workable, it's also affordable. That's why a lot of our international clients work with us in that sense. So in that case, I think how we really stood out is unlocking the knowledge when it comes to food waste management, and also unlocking the relationship with our upstream waste generators. Because obviously in Southeast Asia, there are rules and regulations that might not be fully in place, but working with the right partners that help us to source good quality food waste for the larvae is something that we have the first mover advantage of. Yes.
Can you please explain your revenue model? Because I don't understand how you're going to make money.
Yeah.
That's number one. Number two, where do you get these black soldier flies from, and what happens to them?
Yeah. Maybe I'll explain the second part first, which is more interesting. So first of all, this can actually be sourced quite easily in the forest. So we do set up traps to capture them in forest. So people who do composting at home, sometimes they might encounter black soldier fly as well. So in actually globally, we can find black soldier fly, but they like a warm and humid climate. So Southeast Asia is basically the perfect ground for black soldier fly businesses to thrive. In fact, black soldier fly business has been projected with the highest growth CAGR in Southeast Asia. And so what happens after? They live in a very short life cycle. They only live for about 45 days. So usually the larvae that we harvest is after about 21st day. After harvesting, they will be turned into different types of products. But what happens if a fly dies? They only live for 7 days. They don't have a mouth. They don't carry any pathogens. They get blended into fertilizers as well. So everything, nothing goes to waste. And second of all, coming back into the money generating part. So we started off as an engineering consulting firm where we provide our engineering solutions to a lot of local and international clients to help them scale up their plants, such as Entomal and other places. But also at the same time, we're moving towards doing a turnkey, co-own, co-operate business model as well. So we're working with state governments to basically run the plant where we turn the state-owned agricultural plantations waste into sustainable animal feed. So that becomes another new revenue streams for the government or any agri-businesses as well. Second of all, we make money coming from the waste management part, and this is the main business model that we're growing and building in the next coming future. So how we do it, we offer it by subscription for the small solution, but the main recurring revenue and major revenue that we're seeing is the waste tipping fees, because then we will be operating similar to landfill. So whatever waste comes in, we charge them based on tonnage. And also from there, we generate the downstream products that makes us a lot of money as well. So this is where we balance the revenue generation.
Sorry, just related to this, what percentage of food can you not process?
Yeah. So any types of post-consumption food can be processed. You might be thinking, bones, is it possible? Yes. So we do grind all the waste into a porridge form, so it's easily absorbed or absorbed by the larvae. So anything can be done. And a lot of times people will think, what if your food waste comes with plastic packaging and things like that? So there are machineries and processes that can separate the waste from non-organic waste. But even if there are inorganic waste mixed in the food, they won't be able to consume it anyway. So you will be easily pluck it out after it's converted. Yes.
It is also time's up. Thank you, Entomal Biotech.
Thank you very much.